Call the regular meeting to order at this time. If you will, stand for the prayer and the pledge. Our sheriff, Mr. Lynn Davis, is going to lead us in prayer.
Dear Lord, we thank you for this day. Lord, we thank you for your many blessings. Lord, we thank you for our Board of Education members, our faculty, Lord, and the staff. And God, Lord, just thank you, Lord, for the things that they do for our children. Lord, I pray that you will bless each one of them, Lord. Lord, help us all to strive to be more Christ-like for you, Lord. And Lord, help us to be the example that you want us to be, Lord. And I pray that you'll just bless Brantley County and the school system, Father, and we'll be sure to give you all the praise for all this accomplished. In Jesus' name, amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Thank everybody for coming out tonight. This time we'll turn it over to our superintendent, Dr. Morgan, for her update.
Yes, sir. My favorite part of the meeting is always when I can brag on our students and staff. If you'll direct your attention to the Brantley County Marching Band just completed recently 2 different competitions. One was in Douglas at Coffee Marching Invitational. The band was the only group in their class that received superior ratings in all 6 judged categories, as well as superior for their overall band score. Their performance impressed the judging panel enough to win Best in Class. Brantley County's drum major, Trenton Strickland, had the 2nd highest score of the entire competition, only missing 1st place by 1 point. Additionally, our band competed in Thompson marching competition this past weekend. They received 1st place overall in visuals, drum major, and color guard. Band was 3rd overall. We are extremely proud of our Heron Pride band for their prestigious wins at recent competitions. Our next slide shows some of our students from various schools wearing blue to show their support against bullying. We are proud to say that all of our Brantley County schools stand up against bullying. Next up is our sports update, and I'm going to ask Assistant Superintendent Mr. Cummings if he'll come forward and give our sports update.
Good evening. We're going to start off with the high school and the cheerleading, the competition cheerleading team. They're having a pretty good season so far. They placed 4th in their first competition, 2nd in their next competition, and then 1st place 2 weekends ago at Warner Robins. So great job, getting better as the season goes on. Football, Brantley football fell to Tatnall on homecoming, although we had a good showing. Players and coaches continue to work hard. The Herons will travel to Appling County this Friday before hosting Liberty next Friday for senior night. So expecting them to finish strong. Cross country has participated in 3 matches so far this season, and we do have 2 young men, Jacob Yeomans and Sean Altamirano, who are finishing near the top in those meets, and we have finished in the top 10 in all of our meets as a team. So doing well there. Varsity softball, their season just ended, as many of you know, in the first round of the state playoffs against Cook County, but they had a good season overall. They were 16-11, 7-3 in the region. They were 2nd in the regular season region and 3rd in the region tournament. Also, highlight upcoming players. The JV softball team was 7-1 on the season, so stuff to look forward to there. Middle school football. Middle school football team is working hard, playing their best game this past week, but fell short of their first victory. They have 1 more game, and that'll be this Wednesday at home against Ware County, so let's go out and support them. Middle school boys cross country team finished 2nd in the conference this year. That is a great job. They've come a long way in the past few years. The coaches are Ms. Sherry Jacobs and Sarah Miller. Great job, boys. And middle school softball, they also had a good season before being defeated in the quarterfinals of their conference tournament. And as some of our fall sports are coming to an end, we'd like to recognize all of these players and coaches who are putting in a bunch of time, sacrificing a lot of their at-home time and their family time to promote our Herons. So go Herons.
Thank you. All right, our next slide on our PowerPoint, we got some homecoming fun that we had last week. We had homecoming dress-up days at the high school, so you can see that some of our people from our character day and our country or country club days. Next slide has more character dress-up. All right, and then the next slide, you will see our beautiful homecoming queen, Jordan Farrell, and I believe she's with us tonight for another recognition, and homecoming king, Garrett Jewett, as well as some of the beautiful young ladies on homecoming court. Next up, our FFA team has been busy this past week competing in the Georgia State Fair in Perry. You can see some of our dedicated students along with their show hogs. All right, at this time, we're going to show you our fall October video.
What you love about Hoboken Elementary?
I love that the teachers are so nice, and I just appreciate that I'm in this school.
Falls into winter night, hold on. Our summer isn't gone, and to think
I love saying hi NPS because the teachers help me learn and stuff. I like NPS. Dr. Cutter's nice, and I like playing with my friends.
catch me when I do. Not a day.
I like to go sire and fun or just spread the play outside.
That's for his principal to play outside.
Of the darkest night, I'll come and wake you in the sun like a star.
Love about kids in elementary is there's a lot of fun and nice adults, and they're really sweet. Good behavior and a wonderful teacher.
I do like a star in the sky, floating up so high. I'm gonna fall for you. Catch me.
In elementary school. And the things I like best are our principal. She's really nice, and she's nice to our teachers, and which it puts them in a good mood, so they're nice to us.
In the spring, our summer isn't gone, and to think
I like BCHerons because you get great opportunities for sports, band, and other things, and club.
Like FFA and weight trainer, my two favorites.
I love this school because it has wonderful teachers.
when the spring light falls.
I'd say it's a good thing because it's
Our summer isn't gone, and to think I like when I said goodbye, it's true. Floating up so high, I'm gonna fall for you. Catch me when I do. Not a day drifts by without an evening sign from me. I close my eyes to see when the fireflies light of the darkest night. I'll come
And a big thank you to Dr. Haney for putting that video together for us. Sometimes would get from my girls when they get home from school and you say, what did you do today? And they say, nothing. Well, as you can see from our videos, we're very busy at school. Hunland, will you come forward, please?
We received an email from the County Commissioner's Office about a month ago with a letter from the Governor's Office stating that the First Lady always selects a theme to decorate the Christmas tree at the Governor's Mansion. This year she wanted all 159 counties to submit an ornament of the county's courthouse. In addition, she requested that a Christmas ornament be submitted by a child from each county to hang on the tree in the ballroom at the Governor's Mansion. We selected our 3rd grade gifted class to participate in this project. The ornaments were turned into the Board of Education to be voted on. Zachary Cook was the winner, and his ornament was sent to the Governor's Mansion to be hung on the Christmas tree. So Zachary, would you come up? Here's your picture with your ornament.
I make myself though.
And all the other ornaments that the students made are going to be displayed on our Christmas tree here at the Board of Education. So they can all be displayed. Congratulations.
Turn the lights back on.
I sell certificates for you.
You'll turn the lights back on.
I kind of like the ambiance, you know. Makes us look softer and younger.
Okay. I wanted to recognize tonight a bunch of our students that go above and beyond in the school, not only just to help one athletic team, but to help all of our athletic teams, and that is our student athletic trainers as well as our teachers that step up and do help with the athletic trainer. And these students aren't doing this, they're not getting paid, they're not doing it for for anything other than just, the love of helping other people. And they do a great job. I've seen some of the stuff they've had to deal with on the sidelines too, and it's not things that I want to be dealing with. So we are very appreciative for their time and their efforts and all that they do to support our athletics. And there are a few that aren't able to be here tonight. I know one of them's got college class, so she couldn't make it, but I'm going to call them up and introduce their parents as well. Lexi Nasworth, if you want to come. Her parents are Tony and Shawana Nasworth, if you want to know. Madison White. Her parents are Michael and Christy White. I know Taylor couldn't be here tonight. Taylor Walker, she had college class, so she couldn't make it tonight. Jordan Wiles, is she here? Jamie and Brenda Wiles are her parents. Blythe Wellington. Kevin and Cindy Wellington are her parents. Sydney here, Sydney Middleton. Sydney also helps out, and she wasn't able to make it tonight. And Sydney's mom, Miss Christie, is also one of the adults that helps out and goes kind of above and beyond with that as well. Jordan Farrell, who's also our homecoming queen on Friday night. Her parents are Richard and Sonia Farrell. Audrey Jacobs, I think she was able to make it tonight. Kylie Sermons. And her mom is Veronica Sermons. And then I also want to ask Miss Celia Horn to come up too. She is one of the teachers that helps out. She actually teaches the athletic training class at the school, but she goes above and beyond. She's at there's many of the athletic events. So I know she's on all the sideline at all the football games. She's at a large majority of the softball and a lot of other sports that go on. So thank all of them for their time. On this next one, I had to actually call Mr. Cruz. I'm going to read a text message that he sent me because I don't want to mess up with it. So, and actually, Maddie Davis, if you want to go ahead and kind of make your way up. But Maddie actually competed this weekend too, and we're going to have some updates hopefully at the next board meeting about the FFA hog show from the last couple days. But Maddie was the high individual in the Area 6 Meat Evaluation Career Development event. There were over 30 students that competed in this event from all over Southeast Georgia, and she won first place. So not only Maddie, but also her two teammates will be representing Brantley County High School at the state championship for the meat evaluation on November the 10th. So we're, and her parents are Lynn and Relita Davis, who are here today.
You may have noticed in our video that we had a spot principals. Well, that's because October is Principal Appreciation Month. We are blessed to have outstanding principals in Brantley County who work hard every day to make our schools the absolute best for our students. One of my favorite leadership authors, John Maxwell, said, "Leadership is not about titles, positions, or charts. It is about one life influencing another." So tonight, the Board of Education and I would like all of you to know that we are thankful for that influence, for your strong leadership, your dedication, and most of all, your love for students. May God continue to bless our principals. At this time, if each principal will come forward as I call your name. From certificates will be presented by no. Push back. Let's give. Thank you.
I know why you wore the jacket, Wally.
And that completes my update.
All right. This time, is there any public participation? Hearing none, we will pause for about 3 minutes. If any of you, you're more than welcome to stay for the remainder of the meeting. But if any of you would like to depart at this time, we will afford you that opportunity. So we'll take about a 3-minute break. Call the meeting back to order at this time. Moving right along, approval of the agenda. Any additions to the agenda? Hearing none, got to get a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion.
And a second?
I'll second.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Disposition of the minutes in your workbook, they're on page 3. Could I get a motion to, and a second?
Second.
Any discussion or corrections to the minutes? Hearing none. Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. All right. Monthly financial reports for September on page 18. Could I get a motion to accept the financial reports?
Motion.
And a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion on the financial reports? Hearing none. Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. School financial reports for August on page 30. Get a motion to accept the school financial reports
Motion.
and a second.
Second.
Any discussion on the school financial reports?
I would like for the principals to tell the bookkeepers they're doing a great job.
Any other discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. SPLOST revenue report on page 104. Would somebody like to read that, please?
I'll read it. The revenue part was $94,687.20. The car tags and, just car tags, Dr. Morgan, was $41,280 for a grand total of $135,967.20. So keep spending and buying local. That includes your gas.
Yeah. Thank you. That doesn't require a vote. Athletic reports on page 106. And that one doesn't require a vote. All right. Dr. Morgan, action items.
Yes, sir. The first action item is for a bus purchase. I recommend Yancey Bus Sales and Service at a cost of $88,078.
And a second.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yes, sir. I would like to draw to your attention that this is a bond bus. So we will be getting $77,319.58 from the state. So our actual costs after we're reimbursed will only be $10,758.42. So this is a bond bus.
This is in addition to what we approved in the budget this year. It's an additional bus.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the one that we projected next year would be.
Well, last year,
Last
Mr.
year
Jeff
we said
told
we
us he
would-
thought we would get a bond bus, so, and we
And
did.
This is the bond bus.
Yes, sir.
We won't need none of this next year.
We're going to try hard. We put, for a fact, just in case, but we're going to try hard.
Any other discussion? Hearing none. Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey? Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Next action item is to approve the amended school calendar.
Hear the superintendent's recommendation. Could I get a motion?
Motion.
And a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Yes, sir. These were the additions or the changes that were made as a result of Hurricane Irma. So Tuesday, October 10th, we did a makeup day. It was originally a teacher in-service day, but our students came. Also on December 20th, originally that had been an early release day. It will be a full day now. And then we also added a post-planning day, May 31st.
Any other discussion? Hearing none. Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
All right, the next action item is to approve the FY 2019 capital outlay projects application as presented.
Here's the super. And a second.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
This is the project that we've been talking about sometime now and planning for at the high school, and we've made this application to the state because of the age of the older part of Brantley County High School. We qualify for $3.9 million, actually $3,902,628 to help us modernize the older part of Brantley County High School, pretty much just like what we just did at Hoboken Elementary and Nahunta Elementary.
I would like to say also I appreciate all the hard work that y'all put into this, because the breakdown is very easy for me to understand. And I really appreciate all the hard work. I know you and
Mr. Cummings,
really
yes.
worked hard on this, and I appreciate that.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
The last action item is for the FY18 budget and millage rate. I recommend the budget at $28,991,078 with the millage rate 16.5.
Here's the superintendent's recommendation. Could I get a motion?
Motion.
And a second. I'll second.
I'll second. Either way.
Any discussion? You can give me. Any discussion?
Why you looking at me?
This was tough, but I appreciate, again, I know we say this, but truly, board members, y'all have worked hard along with me, and it's been tough.
It's principal appreciation.
Yeah, but I'm telling y'all, and Dr. Morgan.
I'll say this,
it's
and
been
a
hard.
lot of this goes unnoticed by the public, but a few months ago, we came across a crossroads that was set a long time ago, that at a certain point that we would sell bonds, basically borrow money to finish the projects. And it's a balancing act to pay the bills, do all the projects, keep y'all a paycheck every month without doing that. But it saved this county $250,000. And I applaud these folks.
$0.75 million tax.
Yes.
$0.75 million tax by not selling the bonds, not giving that money away to somebody else. And it was, that's why they're looking at me, because I promised not to say nothing tonight and to go quietly at 16.5 meals.
It was a struggle.
If we could save that $250,000, but I applaud our finance people, our superintendent, and
our board. We worked hard together, so.
Everybody for pinching pennies. Well, it helps. Any other discussion?
I'm proud.
Hearing none, Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
yes.
Chair votes yes. Well,
That's it.
need an executive session for personnel?
Yes, sir.
Need a motion to go into executive session for personnel only? And a second?
Second.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Executive session at 8:37 with no action taken. I need a motion to come out of it. And a second?
Second.
Mr. David?
Yeah.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Dr. Moore?
Yes, I would like to ask the board to accept the following resignation. Mr. David Collins, bus driver.
I'll make a motion.
And a second?
Second.
Go ahead, Ms. Teresa.
Thank you.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
I would like to ask the board to approve the following addendums. Nathan Harsh, middle school baseball head coach, and Sherry Edgy, end of pathway test coordinator.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. All the personnel?
Yes, sir.
One other item of business not on the agenda. I'd like to make a motion to authorize the superintendent to pursue reimbursement from the IRS for a late 2014 fourth quarter tax withholding payment. The payment should have been made no later than December the 31st of 2014. The penalty payment was $19,449.47. This discrepancy was recently discovered and brought to Dr. Morgan's attention, and she has brought this matter to our attention. And at this time, I need a motion.
I'll make a motion.
And I'll second.
Any discussion?
I would just like to say that Mr. Cummings, our new finance director, is already in the process of working to get reimbursement for this. We had some questions about it once we discovered it and saw the bill, and he had a conversation with them on Friday, and we know what to do moving forward now to try and get that reimbursement, and I will keep you updated.
Thank you. Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Any further business? Motion to adjourn?
Make a motion.
And a second?
Second.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.